say thank you for being vulnerable. The overriding thing that I'm getting from this particular question is this idea of vulnerability. If we can dive a little bit deeper as far as men of color and vulnerability, is that a hindrance? Can it be a strength? Or is it a hurdle? Would anybody like to dive in on that?
So, you know, personally, it's like a stigma in our community. You know, you're like the brother was saying. You know, you're supposed to be strong for your family. It's a cultural thing. You know, it's the culture that we built up within our black and brown communities. You know that it's, you know, you're not supposed to go to counseling. You're not supposed, even events like this. You know, earlier when I got here, I was talking to somebody and they said, you know, there should be a lot more people here. There's not. And you look around, if you look to your left and right, there are empty chairs, right? But that's a trauma response. That's a trauma response. That's a trauma. Each one of these empty chairs is a trauma response, you know, being disenfranchised, coming to talk about mental health, you know, mental health. Those things in our community have never been, and I'm not gonna say never, they just historically haven't been something that, you know, we value, basically.
That's something that white folks do. That's just,
Yeah,
you want to go yoga,
you know?
you want to go to a retreat, that's something white folks do.
And a lot of
But
that,
you're
you
right,
know,
absolutely right.
touching on what you said about the slave syndrome, you know, it was, the women were made to kind of devalue their sons so they wouldn't be bought. And that kind of has carried on generationally. That's one of those traumas that have carried on, you know, is devaluing the men in our community who are vulnerable, or who have become vulnerable, just, you know, just having that overall cloud, so.